All right, how you doing today? There's an alarm going off in the airport, so I want to talk a little bit about the loss that the Golden Knights suffered against the Montreal Canadiens in Game 6. And it cost, well, as a result, that the Golden Knights were eliminated. And, man, it's really sad to see those highlights. And I want to go on and decipher the game and talk about what happened here. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. Sorry about the alarm here. That's just a test, okay? All right, let's get into that right now. All right, folks, I'm at the airport, man. It's so hot here, I can barely stand to wear this mask. But I was going to talk about the hockey team. Let me let that play us out.
Zero on an airport courtesy telephone for the operator. Paging Ray Woodard. Please dial 0 on an airport courtesy telephone for the operator.
Yeah, so just so you know, I'm down in the baggage area at the airport here. Let me get my finger out the way. Man, it's so busy here in Las Vegas, so I mean, you can barely at times have barely enough time to squat.
You've got mail.
All right, so I was watching that highlights for Game 6, man, and it's like the Golden Knights, man, they played hard, but they had the same problem they did last year, and I really do think that their efforts were genuine, but man, it looks like they needed some help. Now, they played very, very well up until overtime. The game got into overtime. So their last couple of games were very, very tough. And they just broke down. The Canadiens, man, they seemed like they had a strategy that was just second to none. I probably could see Tampa Bay and the Canadiens playing, and it's going to be a very, very tough series there. And as George Washington says, is knowing and being prepared is half the battle. Okay, he said that when he was president after the Revolutionary War was over. So I think it has to do with probably preparedness, maybe just some stamina issues. And again, I want to probably explain what some of the events that
You've got mail.
caused the Golden Knights to get eliminated from the playoffs. All right, I just think that they should have probably won the first two games, number one. Yeah, so it would have been different. No doubt it would have been Game 7, which would have been tonight. Okay, and it would have been here. Okay, and maybe they would have closed that out here. But it does have a lot to do with being on top of your stuff and winning your games, take advantage of those first couple of games or whatever opportunities that you have. Yeah. The second thing was, I think Mark Fleury, he made that mistake out there in Game 4. He had what they call a brain fart. And I think what happened was when he retrieved the puck on the side of the opponent's team, which it was the Vegas Knights team, he was looking at who he wanted to, the puck that to send the puck to. All right, to pass the puck to, other than getting control of the puck, and he ended up losing control of the puck, and those guys, the Canadiens, were scoring off that. So I think it had a lot to do with concentration. Man, that was a very, very tough mistake that ended up costing them the ball game, or the game 4. The third thing was I think Golden Knights, they need some help though. They need still maybe 2 or 3 more key guys, maybe some veterans, or they need to draft some rookies with some energy, because I think it looks like probably by the time they get to the 3rd round, they get winded. And I believe that they've done the best they can with conditioning and all that. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's a few gray areas they could work on. But I think they need some new energy just for the playoffs. I don't know if they need to shake things up here maybe at the end of this season before the trade deadline. But I think they need some key players that can help lift them, the Golden Knights, over the top. You know, to get them to the Stanley Cup and actually win. Okay, because those guys are getting older, and the big 3, I call it like Fleury, Mark Stone, and Parasetti. You know, that regime may not, it can't stay forever. Usually a regime like that in this day and age sticks around for about 5 years or so. Okay, so don't be surprised if one of those guys end up getting traded. You know, they can win, or they can have a good regular season record. Either the 1st or 2nd, doesn't really matter. Okay, but they're going to need help. Some key players that can help get them all the way in the playoffs. So, man, they're going to have to figure out a way to do that as far as in the management. Okay, I don't know if they have to do something here at the end of the year or what. Okay, when they in the 2022 season, when it gets around that trade deadline issue. Okay, but those guys are going to have to really be on point or whatever, because I'm pretty sure the big 3 is going to be on the hot seat, and probably the coach is going to be on the hot seat as well, no doubt, or the general manager. I can see somebody taking the fall probably on the off season. Okay, they may start with either like an offensive coordinator job, all right, or I don't know, it could be a general manager. Okay, something just to kind of give everybody like a wake-up call on the team. All right, that's because I think that they're a better team than what they are. I think they can go to the Stanley Cup Finals. They have enough talent to do that. That's what I feel. And you know, it's kind of one of the things, if you don't play like it, you try to come with a prima donna mentality. And I don't think they did that, but I just think that they just need help. All right, and that leads to the organization breaking down. So better luck next year. Let's see what happens. And if you like the video, feel free to subscribe, leave your comments, likes, and shares. Let me know what you think about, or how you would like to recap the season for the Golden Knights. And I've learned a lot about hockey this year myself. I've learned some things myself about the sport. And, winning any professional sport is not easy, all in all. But, you have to show that you have to compete and to be able to win. Okay, and it's cold to say this, but if they kind of set things up, for you to win the Stanley Cup or whatever, and it doesn't happen, then I got to tell you, then they're going to feel that you failed. All right, that's enough for now. Until next time.